It's been another month, so I'm recapping the most notable releases this February. Starting with BSS 17, Fighting. Normally, I am not too interested in boy group music, let alone subunits. But this song has a really upbeat, fun vibe. It's definitely a bit silly, but it's also overwhelmingly catchy and addictive. I don't really expect anything less from 17, there's a reason they are a favorite of a lot of folks. Killer. This single is off Key's repackage of Gasoline, which tonally wasn't my favorite. This return to a retro 80s style really suits him in my opinion. Bad Love was one of my favorite releases of 2021, and this definitely taps into the same things I really enjoyed about that. Key, like all the members of SHINee, is super talented, and offers something pretty unique in the sea of what can be the same sound. I'm glad SM is continuing to invest in him, and hopefully with the HYBE takeover, they prioritize giving strong things like this to veteran artists who can certainly carry it. stayc, Teddy Bear. I uploaded a full review of this song, then deleted it. I feel like so much can be said, but really, a lot of people are just going to compare it to ITZY's Sneakers. Ultimately, just like Sneakers did for ITZY, this sold really well for stayc. This really continues their teen crush concept, and is a solid song. Do I prefer Poppy way more? Sure, but I think Teddy Bear is to lock in their younger audience, and it is extremely successful at doing so. It'll make regular rotation for me, because despite it not being for my demographic, it holds up as a super strong pop song. S Rising. I really like their concept for this comeback, it feels really youthful in an age-appropriate way. I feel like this song has to grow on you, and it feels like these girls have a lot to grow as artists as well. They're all quite young though, so that's to be expected. They did remind me a little of New Jeans. This is their first comeback, and I probably won't be replaying it tons, but it shows great potential. 50/50 Cupid. This song was super catchy and addictive. For a first comeback, I was pretty impressed. Is it a little copy-paste of several other things all mixed together? Yes, almost certainly. I still think it's super listenable and fun. I can't wait to see how these girls grow, and I am glad other people are also watching for them after this release. It's interesting that both this and Rising are first comebacks. They're both tonally different, but both so strong. In a crowded girl group market, it'll be interesting if they define themselves with this dreamy sweet concept. Made the playlist. Lim Kim and Jamie, Love Me Crazy. This is a pretty unexpected SM station release. I was happy to see it, as it's definitely a good song, and I've seen a couple of Jamie's other projects. This song has a catchiness and tone that is very enjoyable. Definitely not Song of the Year or anything, but I hope it brings light on these two talented women. Limelight. Honestly, there seems to be a lot of competition in new girl groups. This is Limelight's debut, and as far as a debut goes, this one was definitely solid. I think its hype was ultimately cannibalized by going for the same demographic as stayc and Tribe. Ultimately, to me, Tribe had the stronger visuals, and Limelight had the song I was most likely to listen to again, but they were too similar for me to feel strongly about either. Purple Kiss, Sweet Juice. Truthfully, I've never cared for Purple Kiss that much, luckily this presented a lot to change my mind. Doing a dark concept will seem to be a struggle for this group for a hard time for a long while. But if this is the direction they are going to be moving forward in, I will be a lot more interested. It's definitely a more elegant tone than I've seen from them. They definitely could have lost the rap sections though, in my opinion. The Boys Roar. I am a known boy group hater. It's just who I am. And this is definitely a boy group song. I think if you like the boys, or just this kind of sound in general, you'll be happy. This wasn't even interesting in a Stray Kids or NCT noisy way. It just was. Kepler. Do you? I know this is a Japanese release, but I think it was worth talking about. I think, however, it is becoming painfully obvious that they are just a way for Wake One to experiment and learn, so they can apply the new knowledge to Boys Planet. Sugar Rush, Up, and Do You? Are so sweet and strong and cohesive. Meanwhile, Kepler keeps making things like We Fresh and Wing Wing. I think Wake One wanted them to have a dual-sided concept, kind of like Red Velvet, but explained and executed it poorly. These girls are clearly talented and can execute on great songs, like this one. When they are given to them, of course. Boys Planet has been airing this month, and I won't get too into it unless someone asks for a full review. I've been watching it and overall I find the signature evil editing and weird Mnet biases to be glaringly obvious and borderline annoying. Once again, talented trainees are getting overlooked to fit a narrative Mnet wishes to see more, which is usually less global and very visuals focused. I probably won't keep watching full episodes, but I'll definitely check out the performances and see how it develops. Hopefully I'll see you all for next month's recap. XOXO.